Hey everybody, Frank Ruvoli here with the Ruvoli Group and Century 21 Circle, and you're watching a new episode of Non-Contingent. Here we go. Alright, today we're going to talk about how to make your home sell a little bit easier. The things that you need to have fixed, that buyers are looking for, the things that buyers want, the upgrades, and the new luxury upgrade that is starting to become a new trend. Bet you can't guess what it is, but we'll talk about it later on in the show. Real quick though, what I do want to touch on is this is a quick little stat from List Reports, and as we all know, we were promised that the rates were going to drop 4 times this year, and we really haven't gotten any rate drops. I feel like they like to see us cry a little bit when they say, "Hey, we promised to do this," and then don't do it. It hurts. It really does, because I think everybody was excited for some lower mortgage rates, but this says the Fed's target inflation was 2% of core PCE, which is private consumption expenditures. And in the peak of inflation in the mid-2022, that PCE stat was running at 5.6 year over year. The good news is that in this January of 2024, it's eased to 2.8%, down from 2.9% in December. So we're showing a good trajectory downward in that number that the Fed is looking at. So the question that the stat gives is, how close do we need to be to 2% to start seeing a little bit of flexibility on those rates and start to lower them? Well, the Fed meets March 19th and March 20th. So right around the corner, and we will find out if we're close enough or if they're going to really hold true to that 2% number. So just wanted to throw that out there. Hopefully they give a little bit of flexibility and start easing rates a little bit. I think just a 0.5% or something would really kick things off and get buyers excited to get out there and really start going at it. Because right now they're, depending on what you qualify for, you're about between 6 and 7 right now. So. But anyway, back to what making your home sell faster, easier, smoother, however you want to look at it. We're going to talk first about 9 issues you absolutely must fix here before you sell your home. And this was published here just at the beginning of the year, but it's interesting. Gives some good stuff. They say that home condition is the new location. Obviously, real estate, location. Home condition, I don't think is the new location. I think home condition has always been an issue with wherever that home was located, because a lot of people don't like buying junk. Past few years where things were flying off the shelf, a lot of buyers were saying, okay, well, we'll buy this house and we'll deal with the updates. You don't have to fix anything. A lot of things were sold as is. But now, over the last year, with the rising prices, rising rates, we've seen buyers fight back not only on price, but also on repairs. So that's been a good thing. So just know right now, if you are looking to buy it currently right now, March 6th, 2024, it's still that kind of condition. We can negotiate pricing, and repairs, sellers are more welcome to do that, because homes are sitting a little bit longer if they are not turnkey like they should be, because they say conditioned is the new location. But they have a little stat in here that homes in better condition close at or above their list price 20% faster. And I do agree with that. I don't have the stat of if it is 20% faster, but homes in good condition are usually the first ones off the market. The ones that have the problems are the ones that sit longer. And even if they're not priced appropriately, they sit longer and longer and longer, because somebody needs to come in and the price needs to match the condition and the updates needed. So the cost of upgrades has doubled in the last 5 years. We all know that getting anybody just to come check a leaking faucet at your house probably costs you about $400. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly $400, but we all know that the price of repairs have gone up. The price of materials has gone up. So we all know that fixing things is more expensive, which makes it harder on a buyer as well if they're just barely affording what they're buying. And it says that buyers start to mentally chip away at homes when they're walking through and it needs repairs. 100% true. When you're walking through a home and you start seeing cracks in the walls, broken faucets, broken tile in bathrooms or on floors, you just name it. that's coming off their list price in their head. Because not only do they think, okay, this house might be overpriced, like things have been in the market with how high prices have gone up, but they're saying we're not going to pay this and then have to fix it. You're going to fix it, or you're going to give us the money to do it. So getting into the meat and potatoes of this article, it says why fixing major problems matters. You can spend a few $100s now and see if the items need to be addressed, or wait for a buyer's inspection later and spend a lot more money. And the reason that is because when we have a buyer, or we're listing and a buyer comes in and does an inspection, the buyers always want, and we always request, that a licensed contractor fix the items that are shown on the inspection report. So they give a good example here, and I also recommend it as well, that sometimes if you know your home may be in some disrepair and you're kind of concerned about it, having a pre-listing inspection before we put it on the market, we'll get an inspection done, we'll get the report, we'll find out what major defects came up in that report. Now in Indiana, a major defect on the purchase agreement is defined as anything that affects the health and safety, is an adverse effect to the life of the property, or an adverse effect to the value of the property. So if anything marked by an inspector matches those three things, and inspectors know them too because they put them in big bold red letters saying this is a major defect, needs to be repaired, we'll know that before going in. So if you can fix what's necessary before listing your house, we can already show that, hey, we had an inspection done, we had this house checked out before listing it, and we even repaired what was necessary. So you can come in and rest assured that we've taken care of what we needed to take care of. Now, buyers still probably going to do their own inspection. They might not, but it's always highly recommended they have their own inspection. But at least you've taken the steps at the forefront to get things addressed and repaired before you even put it on the market. And then also, of course, if you don't have it fixed and you wait for a buyer to come in, they might try to get you to fix, the repairs might even be more expensive because it's going to have to be done by a licensed contractor, which we always recommend. It takes liability off you. And they're also going to start nickel and diamond on price, as it talked about earlier, and asking for closing costs, or asking for money to be held back in escrow in case you need to get an estimate and it's taking longer. There's so many things that could happen. That's why I always use professional, experienced real estate agents. But all in all, it's important to make sure that you're either going to choose to fix things ahead of time, or if you're not, the next part here, which is very true, we have a seller's disclosure, which is a document that has to be attached to every home that is listed, and the seller is responsible for listing anything that is defective and wrong with the home. And it's 2 pages. It's got a lot of questions on it, but it says even if you know something that's wrong and you can't fix it, maybe you can't afford to fix it, you have to list on that seller's disclosure that it is wrong if you know that it is defective. So what are the major problems? Let's just get to the major problems of what 9 things that they say should be fixed, because if they come up in an inspection, it could be a big deal. Number 1, water damage and mold. 100%. That's health and safety. So a couple places that I've seen in the past, in my experience, when inspections come in, obviously some water damage or mold in basements is very common if you have a leaky basement. Another place with older homes, back when they were building homes, I don't remember what year the code switched, but if you have a bathroom exhaust fan, which I'm sure you do, that gets the steam out of your shower, in the past that steam it was just code just that you could go up into the attic and then disperse that way. Now they actually have to have that bathroom exhaust fan vented out towards the edge of the roof in the fascia, so the steam actually gets out of the house. I bring that up because a lot of times people will have mold in their attic because of the exhaust fan, and because they never went up there, they had no idea. So a couple places to check. Number 2, faulty smoke detectors. Simple fix. If you have faulty smoke detectors, either buy some new ones, or maybe you just need to change the batteries. Do it. Check the smoke detectors. Super easy fix that you can do and won't bring up a problem. Next 2 are a couple big ones. Number 3, busted plumbing. Now, I don't know about you, but I personally wouldn't want to buy a house and be okay with busted plumbing. So if you know you have busted plumbing and you want to sell your house, probably a good idea to have a plumber come out, look at it, and get it repaired. Next thing is malfunctioning HVAC systems. So your furnace or your AC, obviously that can run a decent amount of thousands of dollars to get fixed. So if there's any way you can get that repaired prior, that would be great. Number 5, structural issues. 5 and 6 kind of go together. Structural and foundation issues. So structural, could be sagging walls, leaning walls, cracks in the walls, ceilings and fireplaces. And then your foundation, of course, in your basement. If your foundation is crumbling, that is never a good thing. That'll scare a buyer just like that. I'll tell you, there's a lot of older homes that I've seen in the past with buyers. And if you go down and you see crumbling foundation, you go right back up and out the front door because it's an expensive fix. Very expensive fix. Now, if you do have an older home, I would want to preface this. If you do have an older home and you do have a foundation that's caving in, there are bigger fixes and there are smaller fixes. Smaller fixes, they do put support beams, assuming that foundation is not that bad yet and you're being proactive by fixing it. They put support beams in to make sure that the wall does not cave in anymore. They try to straighten it out and it supports that wall from coming in. If you have massive foundation issues, they have to dig around the house, basically dig it out and relay foundation to make sure everything's secure. And that's the one that's costly. So if you ever notice foundation problems and you have a house and you put a basement, keep an eye on your foundation. You're better getting it addressed early. Just like any other problem, addressing it earlier is going to save you money in the long run. If you let it go and let it go and let it go, it becomes more costly. Number 7, roof damage. Nobody likes a bad roof. Nobody wants to have water pouring through their light fixtures or ceiling when the storm comes. So roofs are one of the major ones we see during inspections. Number 8, simple one. How simple? Broken light fixtures. Go to Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever you like to shop, your local Ace Hardware. Get some lights. Replace them. If you know they're broke, replace them. It makes it so much easier. And number 9, broken appliances. Buyers don't like broken appliances either because in Indiana, it's customary, of course, that a lot of homes leave the appliances. Some sellers may take them with, or if it's a newer home, they might not have the appliances there. You might have to buy new ones, but if you're gonna leave appliances and they're broke, A, people are mad that they're not gonna be able to walk in and use them, and B, they're mad that now they gotta move it out and buy a new one and have, obviously, wait a few weeks for it to get there. So broken appliances, if you can repair it for a simple cost, it'd be smart to do that. So those are your 9. Your 9, I'll go through them real quick one more time. Water damage and mold, faulty smoke detectors, busted plumbing, malfunctioning HVAC systems, structural issues, foundation problems, roof damage, broken light fixtures, and broken appliances. Now, real quick to note, it's also in this article, but again, if you fix things up front, you always want to disclose what you know is wrong with the house. If you get a pre-inspection and fix things to the best of your ability, in terms of that what you can afford, you obviously can fix that. But if we know something else is wrong, you can list it as is, but you need to understand that it also has to be priced as is, so to speak, because if you want a high value for your home and you have so many things that you know is wrong with it that a buyer's going to come in, basically if you list it for a high price knowing that there's issues with the house, buyers are going to come in and say, what the heck is this person thinking? So you want to make sure that if you're listing as is, that A, you're taking into consideration of what that cost may reflect for a buyer that's going to want to come in and buy the home and then also take on the cost afterwards to repair it. And then you also want to remember that if you're selling as is, it doesn't mean that you can not say anything. As I said, you have to fill out that seller's disclosure to the best of your ability. As is only as good as disclosed. So you need to disclose what you know, and a buyer can still do an inspection when you're listing it as is. And if they find any major defects that are not disclosed, they can walk away. And if there's defects that you knew about and you didn't disclose, and it comes up after you close the house and move out, the buyer can come back and possibly file a lawsuit or something. So you always want to make sure that you are disclosing issues and defects that you know are wrong with the house. All right. So if you can just fix those 9 major issues, If you could fix them all, that's going to help that sale. So that would be great for you for an easier sale, and that would make the buyers a lot happier too, and will probably bring you more money knowing that these things are done. A new roof, if somebody knows they got a new roof, they're happy to pay a higher listing price. Now let's go to 13 new home features that buyers say are essential and desirable. So I brought this guitar. Remember that song? What a buyer wants, what a buyer needs. It's what they want, it's what they need. That's all I know of that song. I think that was Mandy Moore. I wish this little guitar actually played. That'd be cool. But here's some new research. That's what it says. This is a National Association Realtor article, just came out at the beginning of this month. The average size of newly constructed homes have dropped to the lowest level in 13 years to 2,479 square feet. And 26% of builders say they're going to even build even smaller in 2024. Nearly 40% of home buyers say they're willing to buy a home with a smaller lot, while 35% say that they'd buy a smaller house. That's good. But here is why they would be okay with a smaller house. Because 80% or more of home buyers in this survey that the National Association took, these are amenities that they want that they deem as essential or desirable. Okay? So here's 13 things to think about to make sure either you have in your home or that you deck out in your home. If you have it, make sure it looks good. Or if you're new construction, if you're a builder, these are 13 things that you need to have. So here are the 13 things that buyers say are desirable and essential in any home that they're looking at, even if they're getting smaller. Number 1, laundry room. Its own little laundry room. Number 2, a patio. Number 3, Energy Star windows. That's big right now. Number 4, exterior lighting. Number 5, ceiling fans. Number 6, garage storage. That is huge. I hear a lot of people ask for that one. Number 7, a front porch. Number 8, hardwood flooring. Gotta love hardwood flooring. 9, a full bath on the main level. Very true. And actually, full baths in general, somebody just asked me this, it's good to have full bathrooms if they're built that way. A lot of times you don't want to remodel a full bathroom and take out a bathtub. Leave it to be a full bathroom. It's always good. Number 10, Energy Star appliances. Number 11, a walk-in pantry. Who doesn't love a walk-in pantry? Just pile a bunch of food in there. Number 12, landscaping. Of course you want landscaping. I'm sure they want good landscaping. But number 12, landscaping, that good old-fashioned curb appeal. And number 13, table space in the kitchen. So basically your eat-in country kitchen. But that's not all. Not only are those 13 features desirable and essential for buyers today, hope you have them, or if you have a majority of those, things are looking good for your home to sell. They're also talking about how technology is also popular and how they are starting to feel like that should come along with a home as well, such as security cameras, think Ring doorbells, cameras on the inside, cameras on the outside, wired home security systems, programmable thermostats like Nests, multi-zone HVAC system, now that's a big one, energy management system, and video doorbell, like I said, Ring. So, and even with that, you want to add a little bit more juice to what they want is desirable and essential, why not? Quartz and engineered stone for kitchen countertops. Lighting control systems. That's pretty sweet. Outdoor fireplace and outdoor kitchen. Let's tear it up. That's what I'm talking about. Built-in seating in the kitchen. Okay. And exposed beams. Now that's just an interesting thing. That's just more of a style. So, but I would go for that outdoor fireplace and outdoor kitchen if it was me. And buyers do prefer 2 primary bedroom suites rather than 1. So, if you want your house to sell, not only fix these 9 important things, but what can you add to your home to make it good? Well, make sure you got a nice laundry room. Make sure you got a patio that's not cracked concrete. Make sure you replace those old school windows with energy efficient. Get some exterior lighting. I had a client once tell me, not all nice homes have exterior uplighting, but all homes with exterior uplighting are nice. That was his words, and I thought it was hilarious. But he's right. When you have that exterior lighting, nice little uplighting on some trees and stuff, makes a big difference when you're pulling up at night. Ceiling fans, people get hot. Garage storage, of course. People like to have a lot of stuff and they need to store it in their garage. Front porch. Hardwood flooring. A lot of times those old homes, 50s, 60s, 70s even, you can pull up that old carpet that you have. You might have original hardwood flooring because they used to use hardwood as subfloor instead of the particle board that they use now. That original hardwood flooring can be restored a lot cheaper than laying a whole floor, and it looks beautiful. I actually had that in my old house and it turned out great. So if you have an older home and some old carpet that you haven't touched since you moved in, you might want to peek under there and see if there's some original hardwood flooring. Full bath on the main level, of course. Energy Star appliances, always a plus. Walk-in pantry and landscaping, of course. Like I said, we always know that good curb appeal makes a big difference. So if you can get some good curb appeal, awesome. And seating in the kitchen. Ring doorbell that you might leave. Think about a $200 doorbell purchase from Amazon. Stock it on there. A buyer might think that's even better because they get to keep it. If you're putting it on there for them, of course. And if you're going to deck out that outdoor fireplace and kitchen, who wouldn't love that? So, fix the issues and have the essentials. That should be the theme of today's episode. Fix the issues and have the essentials. That's what we're going to call it. I love it. Now, for the last thing that you probably didn't guess this whole time I've been talking, but the new luxury upgrade that people are putting in their houses. And I've seen two of these in one new construction home that I was just in has this, and a home that we had listed that was in a state. The past seller that we represented had actually put one of these in there. So, what might it be? It's nothing better than for our favorite family members, our little furry friends. I'm talking about Spot. I'm talking about Rufus. I'm talking about, in my case, Kevin and Buzz, 200-pound each big old St. Bernards. Our beautiful dogs. You gotta have a dog shower. You gotta put a dog shower in your house. It is the luxury upgrade trend of the year 2024. It's hitting big. This is a Better Homes and Gardens article from February 23rd of this year. And it says, the new luxury upgrade for homes and new builds, that dog shower. They're essential. They say they're essential for some people. Because why wouldn't it be? Why not have a dog shower so you don't have to plop your dog in the bath like I have to in the bathtub? You get a dog shower. They walk right in. You spray them down with the hose or the shower head, and you're good to go. They're just soaked walking through the house. But we get some tips here of this new luxury upgrade. It says that people are usually putting these in garages, mud rooms, laundry rooms, and can be built into new or existing homes, as I've mentioned. The benefits of a dog shower: ideally, the washing station should be near an entry, of course. Like my dog, Buzz, the younger one, he likes to walk around the whole house with muddy paws. This helps keep your dog clean and your house clean, and reduces the amount of mud and dirt tracked indoors. Of course it does. And it could also be used as a pet feeding station. I know about you, my dogs are messy, so they can just all stay right in the shower, just hose it down, clean it off. But that's not it. It's just not about having a dog shower. You can also use this little area to place water into plants if you'd like to water your plants in your dog shower. Rinse off muddy boots or feet, or if you're maybe some child kind of dove into some mud on a rainy day, hose them off in the dog shower before they walk through the house. Or you can unload this as a zone. This can be an unloading zone for freshly cut flowers. That's nice too. But these do add value to your home. This is a nice amenity, and it is a huge feature for buyers, especially buyers that are dog lovers, or maybe people that are going to get a dog. That's what they want to do. But why is this a luxury upgrade? They're going to say, they're not going to sugarcoat it. It is expensive. It is expensive, and it is a luxury item. That's where it says it right there. Building a dog shower into an existing home could cost between $5,000 and $9,000 on the high end. On the low end, she estimates this can be between $1,000 to $2,500, and then another $500 for framing, so about $3,000. Now, personally, I think if you're handy, you could probably build one of these yourself, and it wouldn't cost you that much. Because remember, a lot of things are also expensive because of labor. So if you are handy, you can make your own dog shower and have that luxury upgrade for those next buyers. Now, a couple things to consider. They give us some tips on how to build them. Make sure it's a minimum of 3x3 space. You don't want to go any smaller than that because it's going to be too tight for your dogs. The best place to install it is somewhere with existing water, because then you won't have to run water lines. But it can happen in other places. You're just going to have to run water lines, and it might get more expensive. Even if you have a small pup, build your shower as if you had a medium or large pup, just in case you sell your house to somebody with bigger pups. And it says pup here, that's what I'm saying, pup. Remember to include a storage solution. You're going to want a nice shelf, or maybe some drawer close by that you can put soap and shower tools for your dog. Of course, make sure you have the surrounding areas that are waterproof, like tile, hardwood flooring, or some type of hard floor surface that is waterproof. And if tiling the floor, make sure it is slip resistant. I also recommend making the area slip resistant, because not only will your dog slip, but as soon as you stand up, you'll probably slip. So make sure the tiled floor, if you decide to do that, is slip resistant. And then finally, you want to determine how high up you want the shower to be for two reasons. A, the higher shower, the less likely the dog's going to be able to escape and jump over. And number two, when they shake themselves off, as soon as you're done running that water, at least it won't go everywhere. It'll stay within the shower areas and then possibly get on you as well. So those are your tips, and that's exactly what the new luxury item upgrade in homes are for 2024. I bet you didn't guess it. When I read the article, I had no idea what I was getting into, because I did not know that that was the new luxury item. But that's why I stay on top of things, guys. That's why I read all these articles. That's why I always see what's going on in the real estate world. And that's why I give this show to you, to help you understand and be on the beat of what's going on in the industry. So, like I said, fix the issues, have the essentials, and if you're feeling frisky, get a dog shower, because that is the upgrade of the year, the luxury upgrade of the year. So I hope this was helpful. Again, we went over the 9 issues that you must fix when you're selling your house, the 13 things buyers find essential and desirable in homes, and will probably pay more for the home if they have them. And then also this year's luxury upgrade, the dog shower. I wish I had a little pet dog here that I could run around, because that would have been fun. But again, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you again next week. My name is Frank Ruvoli. This is Non-Contingent. Thanks for watching. I'm with the Ruvoli Group at Century 21 Circle. Let me know if you need any help. We're here for all your real estate needs. Thanks so much.